Now, works that have overt Christian and right-coded themes are particularly under attack. Take the Rings of Power series by Amazon. I haven't seen it, but from what I can tell, the show has decided to portray the orcs as sympathetic figures, even though Tolkien did the exact opposite for a reason. Like, these were embodiments of evil. This is from a website called Bounding Into Comics, quote, "In the opinion of the Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power showrunners, their season 2 decision to humanize the Dark Lord's orc armies is far from controversial, because not only does the change provide better opportunities for storytelling, but it also falls directly in line with Tolkien's writings."
I mean, you could talk about Gollum. Gollum was just kind of an evil character in the first one, and then come to find out he used to be a human, and he had reasons why he went down this path, and he sort of represents the folly of man and how greed or whatever temptation can lead you astray. So, I mean, look, in terms of storytelling, just to have a starkly evil character who is, there's unapologetically, there's no defense, just the guy's evil for no reason, that is not that interesting. So when I see a horror film and it's Mike Myers, like, Mike Myers is not an interesting guy, okay? It's just like, what is the point of this dude? Imagine interviewing him. Hey, Mike, why are you killing people? I don't know. Like, he doesn't even talk. Okay, he's just evil personified, and it's great. I mean, a Christian might be, yeah, that's Satan. He represents Satan. And it's like, but it's not realistic. It's not interesting. There's plenty of human evil. Like, you don't have to be a caricature of evil to be fucked up. There are, disgusting people who do evil things. O.J. Simpson was a charismatic, funny, fun-loving guy. He was a life of the party. Guy, was a big star. He brightened the lives of millions of people. He also slit his wife's throat. So, like, it's not either or is my point. But, like, oh...
The orcs in the Rings of Power are shown as brutal but oppressed foot soldiers, their lives concerned not just with war and pillaging, but also achieving a future where their families can exist as more than tools for Lord Sauron to use in service of his ambitions.
The thing is, it's just more interesting when you humanize an evil character and give them logical motivations for what they do. It adds to the terror and the realism of their acts of evil. Because that is a better reflection of what happens in the real world. You talk to, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Barbarian, it comes to mind. There's a great character in there who is a Hollywood star. He gets called up, he gets fired from the pilot he's about to do. And they're like, yeah, your co-star went to the press and went to the authorities, and she's saying that you raped her. And it's like, from this guy's perspective, well, first of all, he did rape her. But from his perspective, he doesn't view it as a rape. He's like, oh, no, I just convinced her to hook up with me. She took a little convincing. We were out partying, but she was into it. She got into it eventually. Now, what is more devious? What is more compelling as a story? A guy who's like, yes, I did rape her. Ha ha ha, I'm a rapist. And it's like... And now you're the Christian dad in the audience going, see, honey, see, kids, that's an evil person. That's Satan. That's evil. Or is it far more interesting to be like, this guy doesn't think he's a bad guy. No one thinks, like 99% of bad guys don't think they're bad guys. And that's what happens in life. And so in our storytelling, it makes sense to reflect that. Because it's like, who is the freaking bad guy? You come back to Game of Thrones. Who's the bad guy of Game of Thrones? Nobody thought they were the bad guy. I mean, they used to make fun of Jon Snow's character because he's too much of a pussy and he's a goody two-shoes and he's a cuck and he's like a Mary Sue and he's got plot armor. You know when I started liking Jon Snow? He goes up to the wall, he's celibate, he's not embraced by his family, he's kind of living a shit life. It was when he got killed, spoiler alert, he gets killed, he comes back to life through some blood magic, whatever, and he then rounds up the gaggle of dudes who killed him, including children, young men, or no, child, I think a straight up child, puts a noose around their necks, all of them. He goes up and kills them all. He says, any last words? Straight up, broad daylight, staring them dead in their eyes, Jon Snow killed a kid who deserved to die. The second he did that, I started liking him because he had a little bite to him, a little edge. He's got some stake in the game. Like, he's dirty a little bit, okay? He's like us. So I like the guy. life has tested him. In my mind, he passed that test. You start killing children, you're okay by me. That's why I love Israel. No, I'm just kidding. It's all in the context. But okay, anyway, continue.